What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode, we are going to be looking at XRP, as you can see, Solana, which is right here, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Vong, and then the Russell 1000. I'm actually blown away. I am very, very, very shocked with what we have to look at here, and it almost says, hey, maybe we're going to see the stock market possibly correct too. But it's interesting because stock market's heading up higher. This is again all-time highs for Vong and the S&P, but XRP has done something very interesting, which we're going to have to look at here, which was we broke bullish outside of major resistance and we came back down to retest moving average here. So obviously one of two things is going to happen, but I'll explain my reasoning behind it here. Don't be worried just yet. Bull trap? Yes. Did we buy in and, take a long position? No, because we were waiting for this to fill in the gap here. And by some surprise, we closed below it and fell down a moving average. That's okay. We've seen many times we break out, build some support, rebound off, and then see the rally. Like we have this little pump fake gray area. It's happened many times that I've seen. So I'm not surprised that we're seeing this right now, as it certainly was inevitable. What is interesting is the rest of the market's doing similar acts here. This actually wasn't a bit of a surprise either. Look at the rejection. We're going to pull this up. We could pull this up too. I don't really like it. I'm going to delete that part. Definitely an uptrend though, for certain. Definitely an uptrend. And us hitting that resistance. This is Solana here. Ethereum breaking down. That I was not expecting. Although we've only really had 2 points of confirmation, so it wasn't enough for us to confirm it. The Bitcoin correction, we were talking about that. That's kind of inevitable. We expected that too. So lots of interesting things to go over, lots of interesting things to discuss. And remember, guys, yet again, huge shout out to BitMart for sponsoring today's episode. Definitely make sure to check them out in the description if you haven't already. They're a very, very, very cool and innovative, cryptocurrency exchange that I've been testing out and playing with. And I really do like them. And as you guys can see, they have huge trading competitions. They have free cryptocurrency they're giving away exclusively to you guys. The first 100 people that sign up with the link down in the description below get free cryptocurrency. No strings attached. It's that simple, and it does go away, so definitely make sure to check it out before it does. But with that being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis here, current coin market cap 47 on fear and greed. Cryptos are falling, and this is pretty much what we expect. Like, we don't see much movement over the weekend, and it's really the start of the week that we start to see volume and things happen. So right now we're starting to see cryptocurrencies move. Not surprising, not worried, but typically, the markets kind of consolidate sideways for most of the week. For the weekend, and it isn't until the weekday starts that we then see the cycle start to move up. The stock market is closed on the weekends, so we don't really see cryptocurrency now that they're very much so attached, sort of. We don't really see much movement either. It's also interesting because we used to have the stock market or cryptocurrency move kind of irrelevant from the stock market here, but the fact that the stock market is heading up and crypto is heading up at nearly the same time, we're starting to see an similarity here. So just something I've noticed as time moves on and more, big hands enter the cryptocurrency space here. They're starting to kind of even out with each other, which is weird, but not unexpected. Anywho, as you guys can see, the rest of the markets are starting to get some volume movement here. They're dropping 47, but you can see, Bitcoin drop, Ethereum drop, XRP drop, Solana drop, Doge drop. Everything is dropping here. Very interesting. And you can see on the current on my channel on Friday, we made a video talking about how history is certainly repeating itself. This was a very obvious thing here. You can see beautifully rebounding to the upside here. Here we are with history we thought was going to repeat. And now we're seeing us break down. So I was wrong with our analysis on that. With Ethereum, this is Ethereum's chart here, but the other cryptocurrencies we were skeptical about, and we were waiting for confirmation to even make these trades. So yes, I assumed we'd be breaking to the upside. We didn't, but it doesn't mean we don't have the potential to buy in and take advantage of this market just yet here. So that's good news if you ask me. For starters here, with XRP, we'll start with XRP. You can see just because we rebounded a little bit lower doesn't mean we're in a bear market by any means. We still have this huge lifeline called the moving average that has been helping support XRP's price here. So we blew up, we've consolidated, filled in the gap here, we broke through it and have consolidated, but then we fell back down to support. This is not a bad thing by any means. If anything, this is going to allow us to have even more wiggle room to head up higher, because now we're trading at what was inevitably 61 is now down to 40. We're now at moving average. So as long as we don't confirm closure below moving average, there is so much potential now for a possible rebound that it's crazy. It's the start of the week. This is, day one where we see a lot more volume, but we're hitting bottom support. Not only that, we have 1, 2, and this would be third points of confirmation. We have an uptrend. We have moving average here. There's a lot riding on this. We broke outside of this downtrend here. There is a lot riding on us to rebound off and head up. So I'd very likely expect to see that take place. Hopefully we do. I think it's inevitable. I think it's only a matter of time before we see this rebound. So keep your eyes peeled on that, because it doesn't seem all that difficult. I really do think this is going to be the play. Boom, something like that. But anything can happen. We could easily confirm closure below here. It really depends on how we do today. But the start of the morning here, we've already rebounded right back up. So I think we're going to kind of consolidate and hopefully head up higher. But again, keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes on a swivel, head on a swivel, because anything can happen. But more than likely, I have seen movements like this before. We're probably going to see a rebound. Best case scenario, we see a rebound here. Obviously, we'll do all these trades on BitMart as we have been testing them out. They're a very easy exchange to take advantage of here. It's just a slight learning curve if you are in the US, mainly because BitMart, it can't really function here. So you have to use, and there's no VPN. You just create an account anywhere. It's a decentralized exchange. So you could just go on Tor or use a VPN and you'll be able to access it. But anywhere else out of the country, you can access this by just signing up, like I said, with the link down below here. But it's pretty much very similar, copy and paste like BidFi, like you guys know, that we use all the time, except they have other features. And what's super cool that I like is like there's different promos. So I called it like exchange arbitrage. Right now, BidFi isn't really running a big promotion, but BitMart is. So you can transfer money here, use the exchange, take advantage of the free stuff they're giving away, use their free bonus cryptocurrency, use the exchange's money. Then when you're done and BidFi offers a promo, swap back to the other. And I just keep doing this, hopping back and forth and taking advantage of the promotions that they offer. It really is, it's that simple, it's that easy, it's pretty fun if you ask me. Completely customizable user face, trading view integration here, buy, sell, markets, trades, futures, crypto loans. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Tons of different things you could take advantage of and use to your advantage. They have a demo account here, which not many exchanges offer. They have XRP. You have USDTM futures trading, spot trading, stop losses. Everything you'd want is on this exchange. So, it's definitely one of the exchanges you should add to your toolbox if you're not already using them. So definitely make sure to check them out. Link down in the description below. But looking at these other cryptos, it's not just Solana that broke down. I mean, you guys can't say it's a surprise. We were overbought. It doesn't we were overbought, hitting price ceiling right here, and now we're falling. Why? Look, we hit major resistance. We said it'd be really nice if we broke through it, but I don't know if luck's going to be on our side this time. We have this major uptrend here that we've used several times in the past. Several times used this to retest. Look. And now we broke through it. Then we came back to retest it. Of course, you're not going to break down the first try, especially when we're overbought. So now we're consolidating. We are consolidating back up. And the longer we consolidate, the more pressure we'll build, the better chance we have of breaking out. We can't break through a major resistance while also being near overbought. It makes no sense. So this pullback was inevitable. But it's us kind of regaining our footing to attempt it again and inevitably break through. Now we're at 50 on the RSI, so we look much better here. Much better. Hopefully we don't break through white, but even if we do, we can consolidate and come back up and eventually retest it. The goal is to get back above, this red band of resistance here, and there's a good chance we will. So keep your eyes peeled on Solana, but that explains why we're seeing this drop, this correction. It wasn't surprising at all. The correction that happened on XRP pulled us down to support. Hopefully we regain our footing and don't go much lower. Ethereum was a bit more shocking, if you ask me, but we could be coming down a moving average right here. We're going to kind of put Ethereum on the back burner for right now because I'm not entirely sure. We don't have the best technical indicator just yet to confirm what it is that we're doing, but that looks very accurate. And possibly this. So this is an interesting one. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. This could be something of familiarity, and that would mean that we should be, possibly reversing to the upside soon. Just a thought. Bitcoin, we expected correction as well. We hit a major resistance. Here we are stumbling lower. Not surprised. Hitting moving average. We should be able to, yes, rebound and head up. It's an ascending broadening wedge. These typically break bullish. We said in yesterday's or the last episode on Friday, we should rebound off here, come back up, retest, and hopefully break through. Vong exploding up, insane. S&P exploding up, insane, yet again at all-time highs. This is unbelievable. Again, I'm getting a little worried that we're going to start to see some pullback soon, but we'll see. With that being said, though, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.